All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Dalton with a give to Hill. Got some room at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And Dalton hands to Hill. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On second down, Hill. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Andrew Billings coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And that one results in 35 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He spins free. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Past the 20. Green with a catch left side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
Brady to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep here for Coleman. This is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. The play fake to Hill. Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's a give. This is Cook. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Dalton. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Brown. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No, 66.
They start the drive with Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go, Bandit. By 20. By 20.
From midfield, here's Brady. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing now is Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vontaze Burfict in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Hey, goal 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Space to maneuver at the 40. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Foxborough after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And Eifert has it. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Andy Dalton now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're saying. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything that'll help slow them down.
Searching for answers. On second down, here's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
To throw, it's Brady. Caught, left side, Bennett. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bennett. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first down, Brady. Throw left side, complete. That's Hubbard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot of...
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brady now to throw. They'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And it's Michel once again. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Michel. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Brady will sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Alabama, 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Walton. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Go, on the ball! On the ball!
They'll run on 1st down. Hill. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Back now in Foxborough. And it'll be Dalton again. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Noah Spence coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Dalton here from the gun. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shadow. Wait, 20. Wait, 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down to Michel on the screen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Hightower in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for New England, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.